Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, Counter-Spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet.
Gunsmoke. The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into our time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
So to you, it's only been a day since we did this last, but it's actually almost been a week. And I took a couple of days off, and, well, I'll tell you why. Things just didn't go right on taking a day away. I never get to do that. But we're going to do Westerns on this Tuesday with Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea from 75 years ago. Gunsmoke and Fort Laramie from Sunday, August 12, 1956, 69 years ago. Challenge of the Yukon, starring Paul Sutton from 1951. And an episode of Lum and Abner and the Baby Owns a Gold Mine. I can't imagine the baby digging a gold mine. That's all coming up here on this Tuesday. This is the 12th day of August, 224th day of the year. We have 141 days left in 2025. The peak of the Persei meteor shower, the glorious 12th in the UK, as it marks the traditional start of the grouse shooting season. We don't shoot any grouse here in northern Nevada, but when it comes to the Persei meteor shower, we're the place for that. We've got the clearest skies in the North America here in beautiful White Pine County, Nevada. We do. In 1833, Chicago founded. In 1851, Isaac Singer was granted a patent for his sewing machine. That is why people continually call Isaac Singer an old so-and-so. Thomas Edison invented the phonograph on this date in 1877.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Purported to be Edison's first recording. We don't know if that exact recording is of the original recording, which is doubtful, but Edison did recount that a number of times, that that's what he recorded on his first recording. So we'll just say that's what Edison originally recorded on this date in 1877. An armistice ended the Spanish-American War on this date in 1898. On that same date, the Hawaiian flag lowered from Iolani Palace in an elaborate annexation ceremony and replaced with the American flag to signify the transfer of sovereignty from the Republic of Hawaii to the United States. In 1908, the very first Model T Ford was built, and it was on this date in 1941 Britain and the U.S. made a joint declaration of their common national aims and post-war policy on this date in 1941.
I have come to tell you about an important meeting between the President of the United States and the Prime Minister, which has taken place, and of a declaration of principle which has been agreed between them.
Deputy Prime Minister Major Attlee. That joint declaration would later become known as the Atlantic Charter. Today, in 1943, the alleged date of the first Philadelphia test experiment on U.S. Navy ship USS Eldridge. The first communications satellite, Echo 1, was launched on this date in 1960. In 1977, the first free flight test of Space Shuttle Enterprise took place.
4 feet. Give us some thrust. 4 feet. 3 feet. 2 feet. Just over off about 2 feet. You're on. You're on. Okay, your nose wheel's about 10 feet.
And they're on the ground. A roar of applause from the spectators on the lake bed. The Shuttle Enterprise makes its first landing all by itself successfully.
No, it wasn't a space flight, but rather a test of the landing capabilities of the Space Shuttle vehicle. Enterprise never took to space. It always remained a test vehicle. It was on this date in 1981 the IBM personal computer was released.
The IBM personal computer, now at selected stores across the country.
Now, the PC was released 4 years after the original Radio Shack Model 1, the first widely distributed personal computer. And it was kind of in its own workspace. You had to go to Radio Shack to buy it. They didn't always keep the computers in stock, so you couldn't just walk in, buy one, and walk out all the time. But the computers were, in many ways, light years ahead of what IBM came out with. The 16 kilobit base model with no data storage side, 16K, not 16 meg, not 16 gig, 16K. It cost $1,565. No data storage drives. That'd be over $5,500 in today's money. Now, if you loaded it up, all the memory would take 64K with all the standard features, it'd jump to with still no storage, $2,880, over $10,000 today. You put color graphics and a 256 kilobit of memory, $6,000, over $21,000 today. And what did you have available? The VisiCalc spreadsheet, Easy Writer 1.0, and Adventure, Microsoft's first game, which, by the way, was a text-based game because, you couldn't do much with those graphics. This made Tandy stumble a bit, and I talk about this because I was always a Tandy person. And, they came out with a model Tandy 2000, which also worked on MS-DOS, but it was totally incompatible with the IBM PC. So Tandy stepped back. They came out with the Tandy 1000 computer. They got a 10% share of the home computer market in 1986. And its outstanding color graphics and sound capabilities made it a much better computer. But I digress. I know, I'm doing my Taz talk again. In 1982, Mexico announced they couldn't pay their debt, the beginning of a debt crisis that spread to all of Latin America and the Third World. 1987, President Reagan addressed the people of America and the world about the Iran-Contra affair.
I was aware the resistance was receiving funds directly from third countries and from private efforts, and I endorsed those endeavors wholeheartedly. But let me put this in capital letters. I did not know about the diversion of funds. Indeed, I didn't know there were excess funds.
President, stubborn in his pursuit of a policy that went astray, he said the buck stopped with him. In 1992, President Bush announced the U.S., Canada, and Mexico had reached a North American free trade agreement, and he immediately began the campaign to have it ratified by the Senate.
This historic trade agreement will further open markets in Mexico, Canada, and the United States, and it'll create jobs and generate economic growth in all three countries.
Bush left office before the agreement could be passed. This is George Herbert Walker Bush, by the way. Ratified during the first year of the Clinton administration, President Trump pushed for and got a replacement deal that has benefited the American people greatly. One of the issues that we saw at the time, back in 92 and 93 when this was going on, is we saw the collapse of agriculture in Florida. There was a thriving Florida tomato industry. And when we saw Mexican tomatoes coming in, quality-wise, they weren't as good. But they were cheap. And that was what really, and it hurt American farmers. It really did. Hopefully we're going to see more benefits as the trade deals end up happening again. Now, it was on this date 25 years ago, the Russian nuclear submarine Kursk and its 118-man crew lost during naval exercises in the Barents Sea. Defense Secretary William Cohen offered condolences.
Our military men and women are not looking at this accident as something that has happened to the Russians, but as something that has happened to fellow uniformed professionals. It's personal and it's very deep.
And I mean, when you look more about what happened with the incident, an investigation concluded the crew loaded a dummy torpedo into one of the tubes. Faulty weld in its casing leaked high-test peroxide into the torpedo tube, and that initiated a catalytic explosion. Yeah, when a test mission like this happens, you gotta feel sad for the people on board because, yeah, they were Russian, but my goodness. Now, 2004, former New Jersey Governor Jim McCrea resigned after admitting to a same-sex affair.
And so my truth is that I am a gay American.
Now, McCrea later stated he had an affair with Israeli consultant Golan Seipel. Seipel denied the claim, but there are still questions. And it was on this date in 2017, the Unite the Right rally occurred in Charlottesville, Virginia, leading to the deaths of 3 and injuring nearly 50 others. Passing away on this date, Henry Fonda, G.A.F. You remember the film commercials that he did? Henry Fonda, wonderful, wonderful actor. The singer-songwriter Ku Sakamoto, who was a wonderful singer and had a wonderful hit song in America. And yet, rather than give it a proper translation, the hit song in Japanese was called Sukiyaki. Go figure, had nothing to do with food. Actress Loretta Young passing on this day. Ku Sakamoto did also as well. The man who created Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and yet was a hit singer in his day. Also actor and talk show host Merv Griffin passing away on this date. The wonderful Les Paul. Such wonderful things he did and such innovations in recording at the time. And Lauren McCall passing away on this date. It would be 11 years ago today. Now, birthdays on this date include the very flashy financier Diamond Jim Brady, also Cecil B. DeMille, Aunt Clara in Bewitched, Marion Lorne, also actor Alfred Lund. Let's get the words out that are on the page. Also, the very funny Joe Besser, funny man. Also, actress Jane Wyatt. Mexican actor Cantinflas, a gentleman who wore flashy suits, had a television show that ran over 20 years, and the thing we forget about him today is that he brought Dolly Parton to our television screens. Porter Wagner, born on this date in history, along with another great country legend, Buck Owens, and psychic Miss Cleo, born on this date, but she never saw it coming.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Financer, liberal political activist George Soros, 95 years old today. Actor George Hamilton, still with us at 86. If you saw him work in the Mid-South Wrestling era, you would not ever guess that he would become the Red Rooster in the WWE. He's now a trainer for their NXT brand. Terry Taylor, 70 years old. Rapper Sir Mix-a-Lot, 62. Can you imagine we now have rappers that are coming up for Social Security? Comedian Michael Ian Black, 54. From Nothing to Lose, an urban legend, Rebecca Gayheart is 54. Yes, he was in Ocean's 11, Ocean's 12, Ocean's 13. But his Best Actor was for the Best Actor Oscar, I should say, for the 2016 film Manchester by the Sea. Casey Affleck, 50 today.
The furnace blew, and they couldn't go back in again. And that's all I remember.
From Manchester by the Sea, where he got his Best Actor nod, Casey Affleck, 50 today. From Psych, Maggie Lawson, 45. From Lolita and Face Off, Dominique Swain is 45. And the gorgeous Cara Delevingne is 33. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 12th day of August as their birthday. And if this is your birthday...
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Get to the westerns in just a moment. I want to thank some nice people. The folks at the beautiful Roadway Inn in Elko, Nevada, where I spent a couple of days intending to record some classic radio theater podcasts. Instead, I took the long way to Elko, went through a beautiful community, West Wendover, Nevada, and was going to get something healthy and good to eat at one of the casinos there. But I saw a sign at Burger King that talked about the barbecue brisket Whopper. They had me at brisket. Within an hour, but between the time I drove from Wendover, Nevada, West Wendover, Nevada, to Elko, Nevada, my stomach was killing me. Killing me. Food poisoning. It makes me wonder. When they, what is it? Burger King says, yeah, we got it for you. They had it out for me that day. Okay, up next here, Tales of the Texas Rangers. That'll be first here, 75 years ago on Classic Radio Theater.
Driving tonight? Then remember this. Most highway deaths are caused by two temptations, to cut out of line and to go too fast. Crossing the center line of the road is more dangerous than you realize. Statistics prove it. Excessive speed is just as dangerous as officials say. You can predict your own impulses, but you can never predict the other drivers when driving tonight. Drive cautiously, please.
Now we go back 75 years on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Joel McCrea, Tales of the Texas Rangers and the Broken Spur.
Wheaties presents Joel McCrea in Tales of the Texas Rangers. On stage tonight, transcribed from Hollywood, another in the Wheaties big parade of exciting half-hour presentations. Tales of the Texas Rangers, starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Pearson. Texas, more than 260,000 square miles, and 50 men who make up the most famous and oldest law enforcement body in North America. From the files of the Texas Rangers come these stories based on fact. Only names, dates, and places are fictitious for obvious reasons. The events themselves are a matter of record. Tonight's case, the Broken Spur.
Saturday night, June 5th, 1948. Time, 10 p.m. On a small ranch 10 miles south of Cranston, Irwin County, Texas, Milton Thomas was counting a large sum of money, preparatory to locking it up for the night. As he was counting, his dog Rags appeared to be nervous. Thomas tried to quiet him.
50. Rags, stop that. You're making me count wrong. 50, 100... What in Sam Hill's the matter with you tonight? Now stop it. Quiet, Rags. Down. Who's there?
Casey.
What do you want, Casey?
I want to talk to you.
Seems to me it's awful late at night to be knocking at people's doors. Now, if it's about that
all right,
long...
get back in the room.
That gun, what are you trying to do?
Get your dog back or I'll...
Rags!
Get back or you'll get the same thing.
Rags!
Get away from that dog. Give me that money.
No, I won't.
Don't you ask for it?
No, don't take it.
Shut up. Let go of my legs.
No.
I said let go.
No.
All right, then.
Tales of the Texas Rangers will continue in just a moment.
If you've got a job to do tomorrow, partner, get your Wheaties. Sure, Breakfast of Champions is for you. just like it's for Ralph Kiner, pride of the Pittsburgh Pirates. You may not play ball for a living, but whatever your job is tomorrow, you can do it better on a better breakfast. And it's a better breakfast you're starting with Wheaties. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. Yes, whole wheat, good, sound, whole wheat. Plump and ripe and bursting with vitamins and minerals and protein for your vitality, your energy, your working power. So tumble the Wheaties out of the package, pour on the milk, put on the fruit, pick up the spoon, and smile. You're eating good to be feeling good. Breakfast of champions for people who are going places. Are you ready? Try 'em. See how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
At 10:30 the same night, Milton Thomas's house was discovered on fire. The Cranston Fire Department was called. Next morning, the local sheriff, making a routine investigation, discovered the burnt remains of a broken chair next to Thomas's body. He ordered an autopsy. The results prompted him to call the Texas Rangers. Ranger Jace Pearson was assigned to the case and arrived at the scene of the fire early that afternoon.
Well, howdy, Ranger. I'm Sheriff Taxon.
Howdy. My name's Jace Pearson.
Come on, I'll show you the house. Or what's left of it. All right, folks, step back, please.
Shouldn't have all these people walking around here, Sheriff. Ruin any footprints there might be.
I had my deputy here just a few minutes ago, Pearson. I sent him down to get some coffee. All right, folks, step back away from the house, all of you. Now get back to the fence, please. All burned out except for the walls, but you may find something.
You said when you called you didn't think it was an accident.
I've been sheriff here for 18 years, and I'll stake my reputation it wasn't. It was arson to cover murder.
Based that on the autopsy?
Yep. Coroner couldn't find any traces of carbon granules in the bronchial passages or lungs, and only the normal amount of carbon monoxide in the lungs.
Indicating Milt Thomas wasn't breathing when the fire started.
Right. This was the front door. Burned off the hinges and fell out.
That's funny.
What?
The lock on this door. Special kind. Takes a key on both sides. When the door is shut, you have to have a key to get out of the house as well as in.
Oh, that, yeah. Milt was a funny old galoot. Had them put on both doors. The windows had trick locks, too.
Why?
Well, folks say he kept a lot of money in the house. Maybe just a story.
This lock's still working. Let's look at the back door.
Oh, here's what's left of Milt's old iron safe.
Was it open like that when you found it?
Yep. Empty, too.
This lock's not forced or broken.
Kind of hard to tell much about anything after the roof fell in.
Yeah, it's a mess, all right. Same kind of lock here on the back door. It's working, too.
Meaning whoever started the fire was locked in?
Well, look here. Whoever it was, here's where he went out. See that window glass outside on the ground? Let's climb out and look. See? The heat didn't break it. It's not crazed. It was knocked out from inside.
And do you think the killer was trapped inside?
Could have been, after he set fire to the place. How about footprints, Sheriff?
Oh, there's thousands of them. Volunteer firemen tramping around all during the fire.
Wait, here's something.
Looks like a spur rowel.
That's exactly what it is. Broken off a spur. Right below where the window was.
Maybe busted off by a man jumping out the window with his tail feathers on fire?
Maybe.
I don't envy you none, Pearson.
How come?
Well, as a clue, the spur rowel's probably mighty important.
But what, Sheriff?
I was just thinking. There probably ain't over 10 million spurs in the state of Texas with rowels just like the one you got there in your hand.
Well, your figure may be a little high, Sheriff, but I get your point.
Hey, Jack. Yeah, what do you think you're doing, Jack?
Oh, what's the matter, Sheriff?
You know darn well what's the matter. I told you to keep back.
I was just looking around.
Well, stop kicking around those ashes. And the rest of you. That's evidence you're tramping on.
We didn't mean no harm.
Now listen, all of you. It's the last time I'm going to tell you. How'd you like it if we thought one of you was the criminal coming back to the scene of the crime and deliberately trying to destroy evidence.
Oh.
Okay, then, get back or get off the property altogether.
Books say that's generally not true, Sheriff.
Huh?
About the criminal in the scene of the crime. Happens only once in 1,000 times.
Oh, I know it. I just want to throw a scare into him.
I see. Oh, by the way, who was that fellow you were talking to?
Him? His name's Casey. Jack Casey.
The sheriff and I went over the yard thoroughly, but any footprints the murderer might have left were trampled out by the firemen and the onlookers. Finally, some distance from the house, I found the place I was looking for.
Sheriff?
Huh? Come over here.
What is it?
Look, here's where he took off from.
Hoofprints. Dug out in an awful hurry, too.
And his horse tethered to this tree. Seems to me any man who had legitimate business at the house would have tied up closer.
Yeah, that's logical.
Well, look here. Horse chewed on the tree. Might be a cribber. We find our man, we'll likely find a horse that chews on his feed bin.
See, these tracks head west toward Snake Creek.
You got a horse, Sheriff?
I can get one.
Good. I'll get mine out of the trailer. We're going to follow those hoof prints. Hold it, Sheriff. Keep your horse off that bank.
Why? What's the matter?
Boot prints. Good, fresh ones.
Oh, I thought for a minute you'd seen a moccasin. This stream's full of cottonmouths.
I'll take my kit and make some plaster molds of these prints. He dismounted here and led his horse across.
Yeah, probably afraid of slipping on those flat, mossy rocks.
Small foot, about size 7 or 8, I'd say. Odd track pattern, too. Not likely he was toting a heavy load. Probably a fat man.
Fat?
Yeah, look at his tracks. Deep, even in the dry places.
I make tracks as deep as those, way over 200, but I ain't exactly fat.
No, you're not fat, Sheriff. But what size boot do you wear?
11 and a half.
You ever see a man your height make a footprint this small?
Come to think of it, I don't suppose I ever did.
Oh, wait a minute. That man who was poking around the ashes back at the house. Casey, was it?
Yeah, Jack Casey. What about him?
He's fat. Sheriff, was he driving a car or riding?
Casey was riding his old paint mare. Say, she's a cribber.
Then I'm going to need a warrant. As soon as I get this mold, I'm heading for town. Sheriff, either the books are wrong, or this Casey is 1 in 1,000.
Operator, this is Jack Casey again. What about that call I've been trying to get through for the last hour and a half? Yeah, Money, Texas, the Delta Sawmill Company. I know it's Sunday, but somebody's bound to be. Who's that?
Oh, Jack! What are you doing with that gun?
Oh, it's you. Operator. Hello, operator. Hey, you said you'd call me back every 20 minutes. It was over half hour last time. Well, keep trying.
Jack, who are you trying to call? And what are you doing with your shotgun?
Leave me alone, Martha.
Where you been since noon? You were supposed to meet me at the Tate's for dinner.
I know it, but who's that?
Who is it?
Texas Ranger.
What? Jack, what have you done? Put that gun away.
Get in the back room.
You ain't fixing to shoot him, are you?
If I have to.
Jack, don't do it. Please, Jack, don't be...
Hold it, Ranger. Stay where you are.
Put that gun down, Casey.
You're not coming in here.
I got a warrant here says I can. And I am.
Jack, put it down.
Let go that barrel.
Grab it, Ranger.
Give me that.
You all right, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Shotgun's a nasty thing to carry around cocked. I'll just take this. I want to look around a little. That's your bedroom?
Yeah.
Come on. Paint mare outside yours?
Yes, it is.
Are these your boots?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you break this spur?
Huh? Well, I didn't know it was broken.
I'll take these boots along.
You want me to get it, Jack?
No.
Isn't somebody going to answer it?
Yeah, sure. Hello? What? Never mind. Cancel it.
You better come along with me, Casey.
What's this all about, Ranger? Where are you taking Jack?
He thinks somebody killed Milt Thomas. To be exact, he thinks I did.
No.
You seem to know some of the answers.
Some of them. Before we go, Ranger, I'd like to ask you one question.
Sure.
What time did this so-called murder take place?
About 10 o'clock last night.
10 o'clock. Well, that's
I'll
when we
handle this, Martha. Suppose I can prove where I was last night.
We're just as anxious to prove a man innocent as guilty, Casey. Do you have any witnesses?
About 300 of them. At 10 o'clock last night, I was sitting in the Cranston High School auditorium watching my niece graduate.
In just a moment, we continue with Tales of the Texas Rangers starring Joel McCrea as Ranger Jace Pearson.
If a man rides herd on 100 head of cattle all day, first he needs his Wheaties. Yes, and if a man sits behind a big desk and pushes buttons on his job, first he needs his Wheaties. And listen, Mama, you too, if you keep track of a couple of growing up kids and wash dishes and make beds on your job, first you need your Wheaties. Yup, whatever your job, wherever you work, Wheaties can help. Whether you run a machine or pound a typewriter or play baseball for a living, first you need your Wheaties. Because here is whole wheat with the rich, full-bodied energy of whole wheat. There's a whole kernel of wheat in every Wheaties flake. That's why Wheaties give so much. Vitamins, minerals, protein. Wheaties have them, and they're for you. Pour the Wheaties into the cereal bowl, add the milk, add the fruit, and dig right in. Do that at 7, and see how much better you're working when 11 a.m. rolls around. Yes, try them every morning, crisp and tempting. And see if I'm not right. See if a better breakfast with the whole wheat nourishment of Wheaties doesn't make a pleasant difference in your morning's work. See if milk, fruit, Wheaties isn't honest and truly breakfast of champions. See yourself how Wheaties at 7 can help at 11.
Casey stuck to the alibi that he'd been at the graduation the night before, but I already had enough evidence to take him in. While the sheriff was out asking questions around town, I tried to break down Casey's story.
I tell you I was there.
All right, take it easy, Casey. Let's assume for a minute you were. And how do you account for the boot prints made by your boots and found near the scene of the crime?
Lots of people wear boots. Could have been anybody.
I'm afraid not. You see, I made plaster casts of those prints, and the boots, the ones you admitted were yours, matched the prints to the last nail mark.
Well, I've tramped around this part of the country a lot of times. They could have been old prints.
These were fresh prints. Well, what about it?
I don't know.
All right, then. What about the rowel we found just outside Thomas' house? One broken off your spur.
I don't know anything about that either.
There's no point in withholding information, Casey. You know we'll find out about it sooner or later.
Well, how you doing, Pearson? Casey decided to come clean?
Not yet. What about the niece, Sheriff?
The neighbors say she and her family left on a vacation early this morning.
You know anything about that, Casey?
No. Too bad. Because I've had several interesting chats. Casey, I've just talked to 4 people who were at the graduation exercises last night. 4 people who know you. And not one of them remembers seeing you there.
I was at the high school last night, I tell you.
Casey, the sheriff's talked to 4 people who didn't see you. Well, who did?
I don't know. It was dark in the auditorium.
Didn't you speak to anybody?
No. Thing had already started. And... wait a minute. Yeah. I talked to one of the ushers.
What was his name?
Wasn't a him, it was a her. One of the high school girls. She was wearing a long pink dress.
Sheriff, who's the principal of the high school?
Mr. Schott. Warren Schott.
All right, lock Casey up. I'm going to find out who the ushers were, and especially the little girl with the long pink dress.
Why, yes, sir. I remember Mr. Casey being there with Mrs. Casey.
Are you sure, Ella May? This is very important.
Well, sure, I'm sure. They came in late and had to wait until the invocation was over. And then he asked for an aisle seat. He said he couldn't climb over people. He's so... well, you know.
Yeah, I know. And he didn't leave at any time during the exercises.
Not until near the end. They left just before the recessional while everybody was standing and singing the class song.
What time was that?
Oh, a few minutes before 11.
All right. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Was I any help, Ranger?
Yes, Ella May. You were a big help. I was stuck. It looked like I was going to have to release Casey. Then I remembered something. The phone call that came in while I was out at Casey's place. The one he'd been reluctant to answer. I dropped by the Cranston telephone office.
This is the call you wanted, Ranger.
What was it?
Mr. Jack Casey placed a call to the Delta Sawmill Company in Monee, Texas at 2:22 p.m. today. There was no answer, and when the Monee operator did get through, she called back at 3:40. But Mr. Casey had canceled it.
Do you know who the call was for?
Yes, sir. It was person to person to Mr. Ben Casey.
Ben Casey?
Mr. Jack Casey's son.
Son? Well, do you know him?
I used to.
When?
Well, we went to high school together. Some of my girlfriends and I used to go places with Ben's bunch, but my mother made me stop. She said he wasn't the kind of boy that girls should run around with.
I see.
And he finally left home. Couldn't get along with his stepmother.
Oh, then Mrs. Casey's not his mother.
Oh, no, Ranger. They used to fight. Oh.
Go on. This may be very important.
Well, I heard that she and Ben fought all the time, and then one day after they had a big fight, Ben packed up and left.
Well, when was this?
I reckon it was a couple of years ago. He went down to Monee then and got a job at that sawmill there.
What does this Ben look like?
He's a spitting image of his father and just as fat, too.
Have you seen him lately?
I saw him at the bus station. His father came and picked him up.
When?
Let's see, day before yesterday. Friday.
There was no doubt now why Jack Casey wasn't talking. He was protecting his own son. I put a call through to Mrs. Casey and met her at the sheriff's office.
I ain't saying this because he ain't my flesh and blood, Ranger, but Ben's bad through and through. I might have knowed he was the one killed Milt Thomas.
Mrs. Casey, tell me about Ben. He came in Friday, didn't he?
Yeah. Come in on the bus and stayed over Saturday. He wanted to borrow money. He's always broke. Gambles.
That's right, Pearson. Picked him up a couple of times for gambling.
Go on, Miss Casey.
Well, like I say, he wanted to borrow $50 from Jack, but Jack didn't have it. He just paid off a note to Milt Thomas, and he was kind of strapped.
Oh, your husband owed Thomas money?
Yes, but it was the last payment. Jack was joking about how Thomas always wanted cash money, didn't trust checks.
Did Ben hear him say this?
He sure did, Sheriff. And then he sulked around all day Saturday until we was getting ready to go to the commencement that night. And just before we left, he said he was going to use Jack's horse to go for a ride.
At night?
Yeah, seems strange to me, too. And then he asked could he borrow a pair of Jack's boots. He was wearing flat heel shoes.
They wear the same size?
Oh, have, ever since I can remember. Well, anyway, we went on to the graduation. And when we got home, the mare was in the barn, still saddled, all sweaty. Looked like she'd been run almost to death. And Jack's boots were tossed on the floor, and Ben was gone.
All right, Miss Casey. That's all for now, and thanks.
You're welcome.
Come on, Sheriff. We're going on a little trip. Sheriff Taxon and I piled into my car and headed for Monee. As soon as we got out on the highway, I put in a call to my headquarters. Unit 10 to KTXA. Unit 10 to KTXA.
KTXA to Unit 10. Go ahead, Unit 10.
Unit 10 leaving Cranston State Highway 22 en route to Monee. Investigating murder suspect believed in vicinity of Delta Sawmill. We'll keep KTXA informed. Unit 10, 10-4.
Okay. KTXA, Austin. KTXA,
Sheriff,
Austin.
You know young Casey by sight, don't you?
I watched him grow up.
Good. If he's gone and we have to comb for him, I don't want to turn up the wrong fat man again.
Oh, you'd know him now, after seeing his father. Except for age, they're the same.
You mean except for age and the fact that the young one's a murderer? When we reached the sawmill, the moon was up. A full moon. There was a light burning through the window of one shack at the edge of the camp. We pulled up there and got out of the car and went in.
Well, howdy, Ranger, Sheriff.
Hi.
We're looking for a man named Casey.
Ben Casey?
Yeah, you're on?
I don't know for sure. Sleeps in the big bunkhouse down the line.
Which bunk?
I'll show you if you like.
Fine. Sheriff, maybe you better take a look through the mess hall. Fat boy like him might be fixing a late snack. If you don't find him, come up and meet me. And if you do find him, call me before you try and take him.
Right.
Bunkhouse is this way.
No light in the place.
Well, some of the boys was going into town for a moonlight dance. Don't know if Ben went with them or not.
Has he been packing any money that you know of?
Well, oh, yeah, come think of it, he had quite a bit. Said he hit it lucky in a dice game and that... Well, he did get it in a dice game, didn't he?
If he did, the other fella never got a chance to roll them.
Oh? Here we are. I'll light this lamp for you. Ben sleeps in that third bunk on the right.
Thanks. I'll wait for him.
All right, I'll get back to my books and just entering a shipment that's being hauled out tonight. That's why you found me working.
Go ahead. But if you see Casey, don't mention I'm here. The foreman went back to his shack, and I ripped Ben Casey's bunk apart. There was nothing in the bunk or the covering. I dragged a footlocker out from underneath and was bending over it when...
All right, Ranger, up with it, and don't turn around.
They're up.
What are you doing here?
If you're Ben Casey, you know what I'm doing. This is the end of the road, boy.
I'll take that lantern.
I'd be careful with that, Ben. Remember what happened the last time you dropped a lantern?
You're pretty smart, ain't you, mister? But I'm smart, too. Here's a present for you.
The lantern hit the edge of the bunk, and the flaming kerosene splashed over me. I beat the flames out with my hands and dove for the door. He'd rammed something against the outside of it. When I forced it open, I stumbled over a heavy log bench he'd used as a barricade.
Hey, Ranger, what is it?
Casey! You see him, Sheriff?
Well, somebody went off that way, toward the rail siding.
Let's go!
We spotted him swinging up the side of a flat car as the train hit the main line and started to roll. We grabbed onto one of the last cars and scrambled to the top and started to work our way forward.
There he is, about 5 cars ahead.
I can't see him. Kerosene scorched my eyes.
He can see us all right and shoot.
Drop flat. We'll crawl up on him. He can't go any farther than the length of the train.
There he goes, he's jumping.
I see him. I'm going after him.
Well, I'm coming with you. He's breaking from the wheel. Pearson, you all right? Where are you?
Get down, Sheriff.
Drop.
Can you see him?
No, but he's close. About 10 yards in, not moving. Keep low. We're silhouetted good against this clearing.
What you doing, Pearson?
Taking off my jacket. See if you can find a stick about 5 feet long.
Well, here's a dead branch. Now, this do?
Fine. Give it to me.
What you fixing to do?
I'm going to put this branch through my coat sleeves like this. Here. When I tell you, hold it up.
I get it. Something for him to shoot at, huh?
Right. I'll fire at his gun flash.
All right, Casey. Come out with your hands up. This is your last chance, Casey.
Okay, Sheriff. Lift the coat.
You got him.
Come on.
Don't shoot, Ranger. Don't kill me. Oh, please give me a chance.
Like you gave Milt Thomas? It was a short train ride, Casey, but I got a hunch you'll get a longer one soon. Come on.
Ben Casey confessed to the murder of Milt Thomas. On August 2nd, 1948, he entered Huntsville Penitentiary. His sentence, life imprisonment.
Joel McCrea, that was a great show tonight. Wheaties and I are proud of you.
Thank you, Frank. I like to please the customers.
Well, now, so do I. Take Wheaties, for instance.
Frank, are you going to say that Wheaties taste good?
Well, yes, I was going to touch on that.
And are you going to say that Wheaties are good for people?
Yes, I was going to say just that.
Anything else?
Well, no, I guess that just about covers it, Joel, except...
Except telling people to get some.
That's it. How'd you know?
Well, that's easy, Frank. I'm a Wheaties eater myself.
You hear that, folks? You, too, can be a Wheaties eater. As early as tomorrow morning. Breakfast of champions, you know. Get some.
Next week, Joel McCrea in another authentic reenactment of a case from the files of the Texas Rangers. This story was transcribed and adapted by David Bruce and was produced and directed by Stacy Keach. Hal Gibney speaking.
And this is the Wheaties man, Frank Martin, inviting you to listen Monday night to Frank Lovejoy and Night Beat on the Wheaties Big Parade. See you then.
Tomorrow there's good listening with the Summer Symphony on NBC.
One of the most unusual things about Tales of the Texas Rangers, as opposed to all of the other westerns of the day, is these events were based on mostly 20th century events. Like this story, something that took place in May of 1947. So, you still had westerns, you still had horses, but it was not in the 19th century, it was in the 20th century. Go figure. Interesting stuff. Joel McCrea, Tales of the Texas Rangers, 75 years ago, August 12th, 1950, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Going to jump back to 1956 on a Sunday for an episode of Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad and a snakebite.
Daily, the broadcasts of Radio Free Europe and Radio Free Asia strike through the Iron Curtain, bringing the truth about the free world to the captive peoples behind it. Help send a message by giving to the 1952 Crusade for Freedom.
Now we're going to go back to two shows that aired on Sunday, August 12th, 1956, 69 years ago. We'll start off with an episode of Gunsmoke, one of your favorites. You always tell us that. This is William Conrad as the real Marshal Matt Dillon.
Gunsmoke. Brought to you by L&M, the modern cigarette that lets you get full, exciting flavor through the modern miracle of the pure white miracle tip. Live modern. Smoke L&M. Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of Gunsmoke. Gunsmoke, starring William Conrad. The transcribed story of the violence that moved west with young America. And the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful. And a little lonely.
Finally cooled up after all that hot weather, didn't it, Mr. Dillon?
Uh-huh.
It sure turned out to be a pretty nice day.
Yeah. Try to make some man lazy tonight.
Hey, look at that little old dog out in the street there. He sure is playful, ain't he?
Oh, yeah. If he had any sense, he'd go lie down in the shade somewhere.
Well, he's just a pup.
Uh-huh.
Oh, now he better leave them horses be. He's gonna get kicked.
Well, he's got to learn sometime.
Go on. Go on, scat. Go on, get away from here, you mutt.
He's gonna make that fella mad.
Go on. Oh, I'll fix you.
Hey. Why, he shot him. Well, what a mean, miserable thing to do. That little old pup wasn't hurting nothing.
No, he sure wasn't.
Hey, that's the marshal. Yeah. Well, what do you want?
Get on off those horses.
What?
Do it! Right now.
All right. Now, what's your trouble, Marshal?
I'll take your gun, mister.
No, you won't.
I'm not even gonna argue with you. And I'll make a move. Here, Chester, hold it.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll take yours, too.
Sure, Marshal. I ain't gonna try nothing. Hold up now. What's this all about, anyway?
What's your name, mister?
Walt Gorman.
Mm-hmm. And what's yours?
Hicks. Judd Hicks.
All right. I don't allow shooting and dodge.
Well, ain't no reason to take our guns.
I ought to bend them across your heads. Come on, Chester.
Hey, wait a minute. When do we get them guns back?
Tomorrow noon when you leave town.
But we ain't figuring on leaving. Oh, never mind him, Hicks. He can't run us out.
By golly, you are too, Mr. Dillon.
I will, Chester.
Look at that poor little dog. I wonder whose 'tis.
I don't know. Probably belongs to some kid around here.
I'll carry it around back to jail. Maybe the kid will want to bury it himself.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
That Gorman sure is a mean one.
Well, I can get mean, too, Chester. And I got a feeling I may have to before I'm through with him.
Why don't you live modern? Live modern. Live modern. Change to L&M.
Only with L&M can you enjoy the full, exciting flavor of today's finest tobaccos through the modern miracle of the L&M Miracle Tip. Through the pure white Miracle Tip, L&M tastes richer, smokes cleaner, draws easier. No other cigarette, plain or filter, gives you all the flavor you want. The rich, exciting flavor you get only from L&M. So light up, free up, let your taste come alive. Live modern. Smoke L&M.
Make today your big red letter day and start to live the modern way. Live modern. Get L&M today.
Hey, Mr. Dillon, guess what?
No, what, Chester?
You know who that little raggedy dog belonged to? It wasn't no kid at all. It was an old fella called Pony Thompson.
Pony Thompson?
Yes, sir. He come in here a while ago. He heard we had him. He's out back now burying him.
I never heard of Pony Thompson.
Neither had I. He's a real nice old fellow, though. Oh, kindly funny looking. He looks at you from under them scraggly eyebrows like an old gray wolf, but that's him. You'll see.
Hello, Mr. Thompson.
No, I ain't no Mr. Pony's good enough.
This is Marshal Dillon.
How do, Marshal?
I'm sorry about your dog.
Well, I shouldn't have brung him. Town's bad enough for humans.
Where are you from, Pony? I haven't seen you in Dodge before.
I don't seek out no town but once a year. I move around on the prairie, Marshal. Sometimes I go into the mountains. I just can't stand four walls and a roof. It's like being in jail.
What are you doing here now?
Once a year, I get drunk.
What?
That's why I come to town to do it. I figure if I gotta get drunk, I gotta be cooped up in some saloon. But, just walking down your street there, I feel kind of hog-tied.
Oh, my goodness.
Hey, Marshal.
Yeah, Pony.
Who shot my dog?
A couple of men who just rode into town.
I'll have to know their names.
You want them to pay you for the dog, Pony?
No, 'tain't money I'm after.
I didn't think so.
I got a heavy old rifle down at the stable with my gatherings. I figured to go kind of beat 'em half to death with it.
That wouldn't help you, Pony.
You ain't gonna tell me their names?
No, Pony, I'm not.
Well,
where you going?
I can't get drunk unless I start drinking, can I?
No.
But I'll find out who shot my dog. Don't you worry.
Your friend Pony Thompson's doing pretty well at the bar over there, Matt. That's his second bottle he's working on.
He sure keeps to himself, doesn't he?
A man who drinks alone is usually peaceful anyway.
Yeah.
Now, hurry it up, bartender. We ain't got all night.
Now, who's that pair? Just came in. Oh, you know him, Matt?
Yeah. One of them's the man who shot Pony's dog I was telling you about.
Well, he looks like the kind. Oh, no, what Sam wants.
Hey, Kitty.
I better go see you. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure, Kitty.
Hey, look at this one, Hicks. She's pretty. Yeah. Hey, girlie, buy you a drink.
No, thanks. Oh, what do you want, Sam?
Never mind about him. Come on, have a drink.
I said no.
I said yes. Come on, girlie, loosen up now.
Tell me something, mister. Do you have to be awful brave to shoot puppy dogs?
What?
It must take a real man to do that, huh?
I just ought to slap your face in for you.
I wouldn't try that, Gorman.
It's a marshal. Now what?
You get out of here. And you take Hicks with you.
You sure like having your own way in this here town, don't you?
I sure do. Now you get moving.
Come on, Gorman. We don't want no trouble.
Shut up.
All right. I sure am getting a belly full of that.
What a hero.
Yeah. But you know, Kitty, I wish you hadn't mentioned the dog.
Oh, I'm sorry, Matt. I forgot.
Hey, evening, Marshal.
Hello, Pony.
So, that feller's name was Gorman, huh? He's got a mean face, too, ain't he?
Now, look here, Pony.
Don't you worry. I ain't gonna follow him, Marshal. No sirree, Bob. I got me this here bottle to finish. Yeah, I'm gonna get drunk tonight, remember?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter after all, Matt.
Hell, I hope not, Kitty. But I'm not so sure.
Oh, my. Side meat, fried potatoes, harmony grits and sorghum, and a cup of lye.
Matt, that was a mighty poor breakfast, if I do say so.
Well, then I'm glad I didn't treat you to it, Doc.
Oh, look who's in. If you ever treated me to breakfast, I'd be so dumbfounded I couldn't complain.
Mr. Dillon! Mr. Dillon!
Huh?
Where's Chester? At the stable door there.
You too, Doc. Hurry up!
Me? What's he got, a sick horse in there?
Now, he's got something, Doc. He looks pretty worried.
Oh, Chester's always worried. If it isn't money, it's women.
Ma Strimmick went to the office looking for you.
Now, what's the trouble, Chester?
There's been a killing.
What?
That fellow Walt Gorman, he got his throat cut in here. Moss found him laying in one of the stalls. Pony Thompson done it.
How do you know?
Well, he was right in there with him. He still is. We tied him up with a rope. Of course, he was passed out drunk when Moss found him, but he come too fast enough when we sluiced some water on him.
How could he kill a man when he was passed out?
I don't know, Doc, but he was all spattered with blood, and the knife was laying there right there by his hand. There he is.
Oh, Marshal, make him turn me loose.
That's Gorman under the saddle blanket back there.
All right, I'll take a look, but I don't know how much good.
Oh, please get me loose, Marshal. Please, I just can't stand this.
All right, on time, Chester.
All right, sir.
I didn't kill nobody.
The knife's in that board right next to you, Mr. Dillon.
Oh. Pony, is this your knife?
Yeah, sure, it's mine, but I didn't use it on nobody.
It was laying right by his hand.
Well, then somebody put it there.
Gorman's dead, all right, Matt. 4 or 5 hours. He took a knife in his back and then had his throat cut.
Oh, there. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't do a thing like that, Marshal.
I wouldn't have thought so, Pony.
It's true. Oh, sure, I found him later after you left the Long Branch, but... Well, I only swore at him a little for shooting my poor pup.
I'm going to have to lock you up, Pony.
Oh, no, please, Marshal, don't do that. Please, don't.
I got no choice.
I tell you, I'll just go crazy. You put me in jail. I told you how I am.
Chester, take him down. Huh?
Come on, Pony, let's get going.
Oh, please don't. Not jail,
You
please.
should have thought about that before you killed Gorman. Now, come on.
I'd rather get shot. I'd rather die.
You ain't gonna die. Now walk along.
Hello, Marshal. I've been waiting for you.
Hello, Hicks.
I'd seen Chester a while ago taking Pony Thompson into the jail here.
They tell you what happened?
He sure did. I didn't want to see Gorman. Not after what that old man did to him.
Come on into the office, Hicks.
Mr. Dillon.
Chester?
Oh, right.
What's the matter? What's the matter? You sick or something?
He hit me.
What? Oh. Where's Pony Thompson?
That's what I'm telling you. He hit me with that stool in there.
You mean he got away?
I turned my back to go out of that cell, and that's all I remember.
And he's been gone about 20 minutes.
Well, let's find him. Standing around here is doing no good.
We'll find him, Hicks.
Oh, but I know where he went.
You do? Where?
Well, in the stable there, he was mumbling about a hideout he knows down by the Arkansas somewheres.
You feel up to riding, Chester?
You bet I do.
And I'm coming, too. I'll shoot that old devil on sight.
It's a good thing I took your gun, Hicks. But you're coming with us, all right, just to make sure you don't find another one.
Why don't you live modern? Live modern. Live modern. Change to L&M.
Yes, have an L&M. Enjoy a really modern cigarette. A cigarette that gives you all the full, exciting flavor of today's finest tobaccos. No other cigarette, plain or filter, gives you the flavor you get through the modern miracle of the L&M Miracle Tip. Through the pure white Miracle Tip, L&M tastes richer, smokes cleaner, draws easier. So light up, free up, let your taste come alive. Live modern, smoke L&M.
Make today your big red letter day and start to live the modern way. Live, live, live modern. Get L&M today.
Well, it's breaking day, Mr. Dillon. We can get moving again directly.
He could be 30 miles from here by now.
Well, you can't track a man in the dark, Hicks. We done the best we could. Blackest night I ever seen.
Marshal, I want you to give me a gun today.
You're awful anxious to shoot him down, aren't you, Hicks?
It's to keep him from shooting me. He's probably armed by now.
Oh, sure he is. There's lots of guns laying along the banks of the Arkansas. I'm cold. I'm going to walk around a little and stretch my legs.
Don't you get lost, Sonny.
Oh, why don't you try keeping quiet? Your voice itches my ears.
Hicks, tell me something. How long were you and Gorman partners?
About a year. Why?
Yeah, I just wondered.
You gonna let me have a gun today?
I wouldn't trust you with a buggy.
Now, you got no cause to say that.
I want Pony Thompson alive. He'd be no good to me dead.
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't get a chance to talk to him, for one thing.
Hey, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah, what?
There's a little old cave right up here.
Go crawl in it. Maybe it'll fall on you. He sure bothers me.
You kind of bother him.
I ain't done nothing to him.
Mr. Dillon, come here, quick.
What? Yeah, what is it, Chester?
There's a man in this cave.
Ah.
It's old Pony Thompson.
Well, drag him out.
I did. He's dead, Mr. Dillon.
What? Dead?
Yes, sir.
Make a torch out of some of those dry weeds, Chester. I can't see much here.
Yes, sir.
What is it, Marshal? Somebody kill him?
I don't know, Hicks. Just stay out of the way.
Doggone it, you treat me like I was dirt. I've had enough of that.
Come on, Chester, hurry up.
Yes, sir, I got it. Here, let me get lit.
I don't feel blood anywhere.
Yeah. Ain't gonna burn long, though.
Hold it near his head.
I don't see nothing.
No, wait a minute. Hold it closer.
Huh?
Now, down here.
There ain't a mark on him.
Yes, there is.
Hmm?
See those two little punctures on his neck there?
Yes, sir.
All right, Chester. Well, I guess Pony meant what he said about not liking jail.
What do you mean?
We've been sitting right down there in front of his cave for about 8 hours now. He could have hollered for help, but he didn't.
Help for what?
There was a rattlesnake in that cave.
That's what them marks on his neck was. He got bit.
Rather than face jail, he stayed in there and died.
I don't get to feeling so sorry for him. He stuck Gorman in the back and cut his throat, didn't he?
Yeah, Hicks. That's exactly what happened to Gorman.
What are you looking at me like that for?
Chester.
Yes, sir?
Did you tell Hicks that Gorman got knifed in the back?
No, sir. All I said was he got his throat cut.
And poor old Pony Thompson died for nothing. I don't know why you killed your partner, and I don't much care, but we'll find out. After we get Pony buried proper.
Now, look here, Marshal.
And you'll dig the grave, Hicks. And you'll dig it deep. The old man deserves that much from you.
In a moment, our star, William Conrad. In a recent study, a noted traffic expert estimates that inadequate highways and resultant traffic jams cost the American economy billions of dollars every year, and suggests that the cost of modernizing our roads would quickly be regained in time saved. Discussing motor accidents, this same expert suggests that legislation may be needed to curb the speed of our powerful automobiles before they ever leave the factories. This is a controversial question on which the experts disagree. But all traffic experts agree on one thing. Common sense cannot be legislated into the automobile driver. He has to learn it by himself. Anger, bravado, and the spirit of competition often are expressed on the highway by excessive speeding, disregard of traffic signs and signals, and other risky maneuvers. Psychologists sum it up by saying that careless drivers are emotionally immature. Put more bluntly, it means that careless driving is kid stuff. This has been a CBS Radio public service announcement.
You know, when a High Plains woman was looking for a husband, cowhands used to laugh and say she's throwing a wide loop. Well, next week a woman catches her man right enough, but with a .50 caliber rifle. And that was the West.
Gunsmoke, produced and directed by Norman MacDonald, stars William Conrad as Matt Dillon, U.S. Marshal. Our story was specially written for Gunsmoke by John Meston, with music composed and conducted by Rex Corey. Sound patterns by Tom Hanley and Bill James. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, Vic Perrin, and Lawrence Dobkin. Harley Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. Join us again next week for another specially transcribed story on Gunsmoke.
First of two westerns from Sunday, August 12th, 1956, Gunsmoke, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And now, while I clear my throat, I will tell you what's coming up in the days ahead. Tomorrow, we'll have variety on the program with the Chase and Sanborn Hour, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Joan Blondell, a guest star from 1937. Edgar also appears on the Jackie Gleason Les Tremaine Show from 1944. Matinee with Bob and Ray from 1949, Jack Headstrong. On Thursday, we'll have some more westerns. Tom Mix from 1945, Frontier Town, Reed Hadley from 1953, and a couple of 1960s westerns from a Sunday, Gunsmoke and Have Gun Will Travel. And then on Friday, John Daner will star as a friend to Alexander, an episode of Suspense from 1956, Murder by Experts from 1949, Nick Carter, Master Detective, and The Professional Beggar from 1948, and Counter Spy from 1950. And then we'll have kind of a variety mix here on Saturday. An episode of Tarzan, The Trophy Room, Lamont Johnson starring as Tarzan from 1951. Stars Over Hollywood, My Wife, the Deputy Sheriff starring Gary Merrill from 1952. And the 1951 episode of The Screen Director's Playhouse, Charles Boyer and Jane Wyatt in The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. On Sunday, a mix again. Fleischmann's Yeast Hour starring Rudy Balley going back to 1933, 92 years ago. Also, an episode of Front and Center starring Dorothy Lamour, also with George Burns and Gracie Allen. That's 1947. And an episode of the CBS Radio Workshop from 1956, Colloquy 2, Dissertation on Love, or Boy Meets Girl. Then on Monday, we will have a 1949 episode of Counter Spy, Don McLaughlin, Mandel Kramer, The Desert Explosion, a 1957 episode of Sun's Suspense, Peanut Brittle, Escape from 1950, The Footprint, and a 1950 episode of Dimension X, Ray Bradbury's Martian Chronicles. Tuesday, we'll get to comedy. George Burns' Gracie Allen, and from 1940. Milton Berle from 1947, A Salute to Relaxation. Love Crazy, an episode of the Screen Directors Playhouse from 1949. And The Great Gildersleeve, starring Willard Waterman, A Fish Story from 1953. Wednesday, Boston Blackie, The Whistler, The Green Llama, and Top Secret. And then on Thursday, we'll have a week away. Is that right? A week away? Yeah. We'll have comedies. Let's see. Well, we'll get to those later on. But that's what's coming up here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. And always find out on demand at classicradio.stream. Now, we'll have Fort Laramie next with Raymond Burr.
Do you know how old the school building in your community is? If it's over 25 years old, the chances are that it's woefully inadequate. Join with the groups in your community working for better school conditions. Remember, better schools build a stronger America.
Now the show that Perry Mason killed. Raymond Burr loved doing radio, and he would do occasional sketches, but doing a weekly show was not something he could fit in while he could be Perry Mason. And so Fort Laramie went away. 69 years ago, August 12, 1956, the assembly line.
At the gallop! Ho!
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier, the saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire, and the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Oh, it's from Jim Lack at the Oglala Agency, Captain.
Asking us to stay away? That's what he usually wants.
Well, this time he's asking for help. Claims he's about to have an uprising on his hands.
Well, the way he parcels out the food, the Sioux haven't got the strength for an uprising.
Oh, here. You read it.
All the troops you can spare, huh? Black must be scared stiff.
But he doesn't mention what the trouble's about, or if it's started, just that he fears that it will. Oh, you better take a patrol down, Captain.
That all the troops you can spare, Major?
It is until I know better what the problem is.
Yes, sir.
How long since you saw Lack?
Well, last month, when we went up to butcher the beef on the agency, he was hovering around like a mother hen, making sure no Indian got a fair share.
You saw they did, of course.
Yeah, that's when he ordered us off the agency. I got no way of knowing if the Indians got to keep their meat or not, but they had it when we left.
He's a hard man to understand. When he first came out here from the east, remember, we both thought he had a good feeling about his job. He talked a lot about Indians being human, treating them fair.
You saying he's changed, Major?
Well, hasn't he?
I don't think so. He still talks the same way, pretty much. It goes back to what he calls being human.
He hasn't had much regard for us as human beings.
Or his wife. Never seen her?
I met her when they moved out here. Tall woman, thin, never says much.
Never says anything anymore when he's around. I don't think he feeds her any better than he does the Sioux.
Well, they're sure high on him in Washington.
Yeah, sure, the budget boys. Old Lack's keeping them in the black just fine. Of course, they might feel different about him if there is a Sioux uprising.
How soon can you leave, Captain?
An hour?
Good. As soon as you get an estimate of the situation, telegraph me. I don't know what you'll find.
Well, there's something wrong, Major. Up to now, he looked on the Army as just so much interference. Now he's asking for us. I'd say Lack's in real trouble.
Looks like we got a delegation ahead, sir.
At least they're waiting for us, not charging out to meet us. It looks like Red Deer.
Yes, sir.
He's right at the reservation line. Might be that's as far as he wants us to go.
Red Deer's not a hostile.
Never has been. Patrol! Halt! Greetings, Red Deer.
Greetings, Captain. You do not come our way in long time.
I was here last month. You were off hunting.
Hunting no good. Red Deer no longer find good hunting grounds. Too much white man.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Many moons ago, you tell Red Deer white man leave reservation to Indian.
That's right.
Indian to have fine hunting ground, good lodges, plenty food. Now lodges no shelter for squaw and papoose. Old, many holes in walls. Bring wind and snow against us. No good food. Now no hunting ground.
You powwow with Mr. Lack?
No good. Red Deer go make talk. Lack he not listen. If Red Deer talk, Lack he take food away. Make less. Not good.
That why you rode out from the agency to meet me, Red Deer?
Lack no like army to come. When army come, bad for Indians.
We've never bothered you, Red Deer.
Not you. But when army come, Lack get mad. When Lack mad, bad for Indians.
Is there new trouble on the agency?
No trouble.
You sure?
No trouble.
Good. Now, suppose you ride back to the agency with us.
You give hunting grounds back?
All right, what's happened to them?
White men take all over, dig in rocks, make big holes. Game all run, no good hunting.
Miners?
Dig in rock, make big hole.
Sometimes.
Not good for hunting ground.
No, not good. All right, Red Deer, ride back with us. We'll make powwow with Mr. Lack.
No trouble?
No trouble.
Then come.
You heard me. Now go on, get on back to your lodges. Move now, or I'll cut your ration.
I told Red Deer we'd powwow, Mr. Lack.
Now, you'd no right to do that.
I had the right, and we will powwow.
Well, I want to talk to you first, alone.
All right. Red Deer, go to your lodge and see your braves go to theirs.
No powwow?
Later. You have my word.
No cut ration?
No.
Then Red Deer go.
If you had to deal with them every day, you'd sing a different tune, Captain Quince.
I'd have to live with them every day to know that.
You can powwow yourself half crazy and get nowhere.
I came at your request.
I asked for troops, not a patrol.
If you need troops, you'll get them.
Well, come on inside. You never know who's listening around here.
Mm-hmm.
Better have your men stand guard.
Over what?
Over us.
They'll see we're free to talk, Mr. Lack.
All right. Go on in.
Oh, morning, Ms. Lack.
Captain Quince.
Go on, get on back to your kitchen, Claire. Captain and I have a lot to settle in a hurry.
Yes, James. Oh, you'll tell him about...
I'll tell him everything, Claire. Now, go on. There, you can sit if you want to.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, first things first. You'll telegraph Major Daggett immediately for reinforcements. I'd say we'll need at least 150 men, full supply of arms and ammunition, and, of course, whatever food the Army will require. I can't be expected to feed the Army on agency food. I think the search should begin right away, and after then we'll...
You want to slow down a little?
You wait till you've been through it as long as I have, Captain.
Before we move the Army from the entire department to the Platte over here, maybe you ought to tell us about this uprising.
Mark my words, there'll be one. We don't nip it in the bud. You want a drink?
No, thanks.
Well, they've been growing sullen, without cause, mind you, for the last few days. I've cut their rations each time there's been a disturbance.
Disturbance? What kind?
Oh, delegations, committees, I guess they are. Why? Every time I look up, 2 or 3 chiefs are waiting on my front stoop with some new grievance.
Well, these grievances. They're what you're calling a disturbance?
That's what they are.
I was thinking more like a demonstration of some kind.
I think that's next on their list.
Why?
Because of the guns. Now that they're armed, I say we can expect shooting trouble any day.
You know they got guns?
Of course I know it. That's why I called for the Army. I want you to disarm them first, and after
Where'd they
that...
get the guns?
Oh, Captain, you're the most obstinate man I've ever encountered. I'm head of this agency. It should be enough for you that I say they have guns.
But it isn't enough.
Yes, I can see that.
When this agency was established, it was agreed that the Braves could keep their guns if they were hunters.
That was before my time, Captain. I'd never have agreed to that.
No, but the Army agreed to it, Mr. Lack.
All right. Then you may as well know I changed all that. Shortly after I came here, I was quick to see that no good could come of savages under my control having guns.
You took them away.
For disciplinary reasons, yes.
What happened to their hunting?
Well, what hunting they're willing to do, there's lazy as sin, you know. I figured they could do with bows and arrows.
Now, look, the Sioux are traditional hunters. They're not lazy about it if they got hunting grounds.
They've got hunting grounds by treaty.
Red Deer says the miners scare the game off.
Well, I can't keep miners out of here. That's not my job.
It's the Army's job. We'll run them out.
I'm not interested in miners. I'm interested in the Indians having guns.
So am I.
Now, ever since I took them away, I've kept their guns in one of the supply stores under lock and key. You can be sure of that. Well, yesterday, the lock was broken and the guns were gone.
They took their own guns back.
That was yesterday morning. I found them gone. That's when I telegraphed the major. Well, last evening, I found some of my own rifles gone. Now, I say they're spoiling for something, Captain.
Might be you're right, Mr. Lack.
I know I'm right. And I don't mind telling you, it frightens me.
It should.
I've always been able to handle agency affairs by myself. I've done a good job of it, too, if I do say so. But when savages start arming against me, I don't mind admitting I need help.
I'll start a search going for the guns right away, Mr. Lack.
Well, good.
But you better get some ideas about helping yourself, too.
Well, in what way?
In the way you look on humanity, Mr. Lack. Agency Indians got the right to enough food, proper living quarters, and hunting grounds.
I abide by the letter, Captain.
We'll start our search. See what we come up with.
Naturally, I'll want to help you any way I can.
That'd be by staying right here, Mr. Lack. Let us do the searching. Our way.
Mr. Lack said that store building there next to the laundry was where the guns was kept, Captain.
Did you speak to Red Deer, Sergeant?
Well, he said he'd meet us here.
Good.
Captain, I don't know quite how to say this, but I don't just warm to searching engines for guns that are rightly theirs.
Well, not all of them are rightly theirs. Some of them belong to Mr. Lack. This is the building?
Yes, sir.
What you doing
Here,
Red?
white captain, he will say, no bother, white squaw.
Something wrong, Mrs. Lack?
Red Deer just startled me, Captain Quince. I didn't hear him come in, and then suddenly there he was.
We asked him to meet us here, ma'am.
Yes, so he said.
Red Deer, no bother, white squaw.
No, of course he didn't. I'm just edgy, Captain. We all are, and... Well, I've just never got used to their moccasins. You can't hear 'em, you know. You just can't hear 'em at all.
If you've got business here, ma'am. We won't bother you.
Not at all. I was just looking for some soap. I thought we'd stored the surplus here. Guess we've used it all. Mr. Lack keeps a very close check on supplies, you know.
I'll bet he does.
Yes. Well, I'll go now.
Oh, ma'am.
Yes, Captain.
I was wondering, is this supply store kept open as a rule? Anybody can come and go?
Oh, deed not, no. No, Mr. Lack keeps it bolted at all times. He and I have the only keys.
Then you unlocked it just now, before we came.
Yes. That's how Red Deer got in without my hearing him.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
I'll see it's locked immediately. You're finished, Captain.
Yes, ma'am. This cabinet, Red Deer. This where Lack kept your guns?
Not no.
Lock's been spliced clean, Sergeant.
Real clean, Captain. A hatchet, maybe.
Pretty good-sized cabinet. How many guns did it hold, Red Deer?
Not know. Red Deer not know about guns.
They were your own guns once. Maybe you figured you had the right to them.
Many rights once belonged to Red Deer and people. No more.
You hate Lack, don't you, Red Deer?
Red Deer come. Make powwow with Captain. Captain say talk about hunting grounds. Not guns. Not hate.
But you do hate him.
Not like. Lack give Indian bad lodge. Not much good. Now no good hunting. Hate. Yes. Hate.
Enough to want to kill him?
Maybe kill. Red Deer not need gun to kill Lack.
No, you wouldn't, would you? Well, if you didn't take the guns yourself, Red Deer, you know who took them?
Many questions from Captain. No powwow.
We don't want to search your lodges, but we will if we have to. You understand? We'll go through every stick of building on this agency to find those guns. Unless your people give them up of their own will.
Red Deer not know about guns.
Red Deer, listen to me. We're going to try to do our best for you about the food and your lodges. And we'll drive the miners off your hunting grounds. But you've got to help us, too. Now, you go to your people. Tell them to give up these guns, or we'll come looking for them.
How much time?
Till tomorrow morning.
White soldiers camp on agency tonight?
Yes, we'll have to.
Red Deer go to people. Make talk. If find guns, bring to Captain.
Stack them in front of your lodges.
If do this, Captain not take papoose from Indian.
Now, where'd you get an idea like that?
Red Deer go to people.
Now, who's going to take their kids from them?
Nobody. But I'll sure find out who threatened it.
That kind of question doesn't deserve an answer, Captain.
Well, I'm still asking it.
Take their papooses away? Why? What in tarnation would I do with their mangy kid?
The point is, they got the idea you mean to take them.
Well, not from me, they didn't.
I'd steal guns, too, if I got that kind of threat.
But what kind of man do you think I am?
I've had a look around today, Lack. I've seen what they live in, seen what they eat. I know what kind of man you are.
I do my job. I keep Indians in their place. I run an agency with a strong hand because that's the only thing they can understand. But I've never told them I intended to take their children. Now, you can believe that or not.
Got all the food stuff locked up tight now, have you?
All of it. You can go around exchanging honor pledges with them if you want to, Captain. Give them your word on this and that. But I keep their food for them. And that's something they understand.
You're wrong, Lack. No man understands starvation.
I'll say good night to you, Captain.
And sleep well, Mr. Lack.
Yeah.
Captain,
Mr. Syberts?
we kept our eye on the lodges until sundown, sir. No sign of the guns.
They have until morning.
I hope they give them up voluntarily.
So do I.
Well, if you don't need me anymore, I guess I'll turn in, sir.
Get a good night's sleep, Mr. Syberts. Tomorrow stands a chance of being quite a day around here.
I know. Night, sir.
Night, Mr. Syberts.
Over here, Captain.
Miss Lack?
I hope the pebble didn't startle you. I wanted to get your attention.
You got it, ma'am.
I think we can talk better in the supply store. If Mr. Lack knew I'd come to you, he'd... Please, Captain. We don't dare light the lamp.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
I'm so much to blame, Captain. I want you to know I know that now, but at first I thought it was only right. After so much wrong, Captain, I thought... And Mr. Lack's not easy to talk to. He's never easy.
Whatever you did, Mrs. Lack, I can believe you thought it was right.
That's kind. That's kind. I'm not good with talk. I think a lot, but I never say. I never dare say. Mr. Lack isn't one to listen. I guess I didn't make the Indians understand me very well.
What did you tell them?
About the school. Just the women, of course, the squaws. They're all I see, really, in the laundry mostly. Mr. Lack never comes there, and sometimes we talk.
About the school?
I thought if they couldn't see any hope for themselves here, that it would mean something to think their children would have a better chance. I told them maybe we could start a school.
And they took it you meant to take their kids from them, huh?
I guess I just didn't say it very well.
It was after that they took the guns?
Yes. It's a terrible thing I've done, Captain.
Some terrible things have been done here, ma'am. But what you tried to do was a fine thing.
Children, they're a mother's full hope. A woman will bear anything, knowing her young will have it better and easier, and... I don't know what's possessed me speaking so free.
Nothing wrong with speaking free.
I'm a childless woman, Captain. I've not the right. I'd best get back to my quarters now. I wanted you to know. Will it help? Your knowing?
I think it will, Mrs. Lack. I'm much obliged. I don't see the guns, Red Deer.
No guns, Captain.
You've had time to talk to your people?
No gun.
I asked for your help, Red Deer. Is this your answer?
Can do nothing.
Mr. Syberts?
Yes, sir?
You will direct the search of all lodges, all buildings housing Indians.
Yes, sir.
I'm starting the search with your lodge, Red Deer. Would you lead me to it?
Squaw in lodge.
I won't bother her.
Corporal Mercer, take 3 men, start at the far end. Harrison, you and the others come with me. Captain?
You find something, Sergeant?
No, sir. The fact of the matter is, we lost something.
Oh, what's that?
Miller and Kincaid, Captain. They was too sheepish to speak out till now. During the night, their rifles was took.
Red Deer?
You look, Captain. You know fine.
What's this?
Belong to squaw.
Soap.
For papoose, learn from white squaw.
Mrs. Lack?
White squaw keep all things very clean. My squaw, she learn from her.
Your papoose could learn from her, too, if you'd let her start a school.
No take papoose from lodge.
You want him to grow up scared, hating, the way you do? Use your head, Red Deer. A school in this agency might make a lot of things better.
Not take papoose from lodge.
We'll have a lot of talking to do later. Big powwow. Red men, white men, settle many things.
You take soap?
Oh, no. Here. But your squaw took it, didn't she? From the supply store by the laundry.
Not no.
Yeah, maybe she took the guns, too.
You find no guns, Captain.
Well, we'll see about that. They're not lying around here anyway. Come on.
Oh. All people taken from lodges. Why?
We're gonna find those guns, Red Deer.
Red Deer, some sort of privileged character, is he, Captain?
He'll stand search in due time, Mr. Lack.
You'll conduct the search yourself, Captain?
Of course.
I'll walk right along with you.
All right, you walk along with me. But save your talking for the Indian Commission. Major Daggett will be sending one over as soon as he gets my report.
Captain, you'd have my job?
You bet I would, Mr. Lack. You'll walk with us, Red Deer.
Yes. This running bird.
Uh-huh.
This many rivers. This squaw of Lockwing.
Sergeant?
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, walk toward us along that line. Take a good look.
Yes, sir.
Well, what is it, Captain?
You didn't see, Mr. Lack?
I saw nothing.
Well, Captain, it took quite a little doing on their part.
Yeah, a lot of doing, Sergeant. Go on, Mr. Lack. Look again. Look close this time. The beads the squaws are wearing, they're shells, cartridges. The old men are leaning on canes, only they're gun barrels. The kids got arrowheads hanging from their belts, and right along with them, gun locks, hammers.
You mean they took the guns apart? They're wearing them?
Yep. And if you're smart, Lack, you'll ask to get relieved from your job before they put them back together.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by Kathleen Height, with sound patterns by Bill James and Tom Henley, musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Joseph Kearns, John Daner, and Vivi Janis. Jack Moyles is Major Daggett, and Harry Bartell is Lieutenant Seiberts.
Company, tension! Dismiss!
Next week, another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
The songs, the comedy, the exciting guest stars, and the problems that come up wherever the Kingfish happens to be may keep Amos and Andy spinning, but they'll keep you smiling each Monday through Friday evening as you listen to the Amos and Andy Music Hall. For good company and for a barrel of fun, too, make the Amos and Andy Music Hall a nightly stopping-off place. You'll find it on the air 5 nights a week on most of these same stations.
You gotta love Joseph Kearns, who could play anything from serious drama to comedy, but he's best at playing that cranky old man that he was portraying there. Fort Laramie, 69 years ago, August 12th, 1956, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. I really need to dig a little deeper. Finding intact copies that have any sound quality at all of the Amos and Andy Music Hall are difficult, and I'll try to find one because I think it bears realizing that Freeman Gosden and Charles Correll evolved from a soap opera to situation comedy and then to disc jockeys, because that's what they really were at the end in the Amos and Andy Music Hall. That's basically what it was, and they would air all the way to, I believe it's 1960. I'll dig a little bit while we're on this next break as we listen to, we'll listen to Challenge of the Yukon, Paul Sutton, coming up next year on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox.
Alert Americans will heed history's lessons. Throughout history, surprise has had a leading role in military disasters. Today, an enemy capable of surprise air attack could leave chaos in his wake. That's why you should be in the Civilian Ground Observer Corps, volunteering a few hours a week to guard our skies. Be a ground observer. Contact your local civilian defense office.
We head from the west to the north for an episode of Challenge of the Yukon starring Paul Sutton, 74 years ago, August 12th, 1951.
Now, as howling winds echo across the snow-covered reaches of the wild Northwest, the Quaker Oats Company, makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, the delicious cereal shot from guns, in cooperation with the Mutual Broadcasting System, present by special recording Sergeant Preston of the Yukon. It's Yukon King, swiftest and strongest lead dog of the Northwest, breaking the trail for Sergeant Preston of the Northwest Mounted Police in his relentless pursuit of lawbreakers. And ding! On you, Husky! Gold discovered in the Yukon. A stampede to the Klondike in the wild race for riches. Back to the days of the gold rush. And the adventures of Sergeant Preston and his wonder dog, Yukon King, as they meet the challenge of the Yukon.
Our adventure will begin in just a moment. As a parent, would you fail your own child? You may be doing just that by ignoring the serious problems that our schools face today. Overcrowding to the point where students must share desks and books, attend only half-day sessions, not enough teachers. With the school population growing by 1 million every year, what will the situation be in 10 years? Realizing that these educational problems must be solved, President Eisenhower has called for a White House conference on education to be held in November. As a citizen, as a parent, it's up to you to join your community's efforts toward better schools. Start today by writing for free information on how to hold a community conference. Write Better Schools, 2 West 45th Street, New York 36, New York. Remember, better schools build better communities. This message is brought to you as a public service. Corporal Bill Buckland of the Northwest Mounted Police traveled on snowshoes through desolate country miles from the settlement of Bellary Flats. The corporal was on the trail of Cub West and the 5 killers traveling with him. Buckland was closer than he realized to the man he sought. Here he comes. Get ready. All right. Buckland didn't know that they had doubled back in their tracks and were watching his approach from behind a formation of boulders. And then, when he was within rifle range... That got him, boys. That Mountie's off our tracks for keeps. We'll make sure of that. Well, let's shove on, boss. We'll shove on after I make sure the Mountie's dead. Come on, we'll go over and take a look at him. The short, heavy-set man giving the orders was Cub West. Cub had received his nickname early in his career of crime. In his teens, he had turned criminal, and his greatest boast was that he'd been behind bars only once. And now, in his middle 30s, he was an expert at dodging justice. Only one of his followers, a man named Tex, had escaped being pictured on handbills. When Cub saw the face of the Mountie he had shot, he turned to Tex and snapped. Thought you said Preston was on our trail.
Boss, that's what I heard in Dawson.
Oh, this isn't Preston. Who is he, Cub? His name's Buckland. He generally patrols this territory.
Gosh, boss, I didn't know. I thought he was Preston.
Yeah, we didn't get Preston, but this Mountie sure is dead.
As I see it, we're in worse trouble than we were before. We've killed one Mountie, and we still have Preston to reckon with.
Hey, Cub, let's make for the border while we have the chance.
I'm not clearing out of the Yukon till I have enough gold to put me on Easy Street.
Cub, if we stay here, we'll be captured.
Not if we make Preston think we cleared out of this country.
You mean we'll make him think we've cleared out? But we'll stay here?
That's it. We'll hide out till the heat dies down.
You know a safe place to hide?
Yeah. There's no mine not far from here. About 2 years ago, a gent named Wright bought it. He and his wife and son live there.
Yeah, well, what about it?
Well, I heard in Goldville that Wright died. The woman and the 10-year-old boy are there alone. We'll make them hide us. I get set to travel, boys. We're heading for the Wright mine. All right. Nearly an hour after Buckland had been shot, Yukon King led Sergeant Preston and the Mountie's team of Huskies toward Bellary Flats. The sergeant was accompanied by a young American named Ed Wright.
Sergeant, how far from the flats are we?
I don't know, Ed. I've never been in this part of the country.
How do you know we're going in the right direction?
According to my information, this trail should take us to your brother's place.
I'll be mighty glad to get there. I'm anxious to see young Johnny. He was only 4 when his dad brought him to the Yukon.
How old is he now?
Nearly 10. Poor little kid. Tough for a boy his age to lose his dad.
What happened to his father?
He died about 3 months ago. Pneumonia.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I promised my brother I'd take care of his wife and son if anything happened to him. So from now on, I guess it's up to me. Hey, Sergeant, is it my imagination or is the sky getting dark over to the north?
It isn't imagination, Ed. We're going to have snow.
What if the trail's covered before we reach the mine?
We'll travel by compass and look to King to get us through.
Hey, Sergeant, King's running away.
There's no danger of that, Ed.
But look, he's running way ahead on the trail.
He does that often. The team will catch up to him.
Looks like he's found something in the snow.
Yes.
Looks as if it's an animal.
All right, King, we're coming, fella. Hurry, Huskies. Come on, Ed, we'll investigate.
I'm with you, Sergeant.
What is it, King?
It's a man. He's wearing a bearskin parka. He must have frozen to death.
Sergeant Preston didn't answer. He had already noticed the official striped breeches on the still form. Gently, he turned over the body that had been lying face down in the snow. Bill.
You know him, Sergeant?
Yes.
He's wearing a uniform.
That's right. This is Corporal Buckland. I came to this part of the Yukon to see him. I didn't expect to find him dead.
He was shot.
He was shot from ambush. His gun is still in the holster.
You say you came here to meet him?
Yes, the inspector sent me from Dawson to warn Bill about Cub West and his gang of killers.
Is the Cub West gang in this part of the country?
Yes. Perhaps Bill crossed their trail.
Those murderers.
We're too late to help, Bill, but not too late to get those killers. Ed, help me carry his body to the sled, and we'll look for tracks.
We'll continue our adventure in just a moment. Say, have you had the thrill lately of being right there in the ballpark when the leadoff man steps up to the plate? Have you been there to see the star players in person, see them wallop home runs, see the exciting double plays? Well, don't miss the fun another day. Come out to the ball game as guest of a major or minor league team. Walk right through the gate free if you are 12 years or younger, and bring mom or dad or another paying adult. Yes, you can get a free baseball ticket. No mailing, no waiting. It's right inside a package of Quaker Puffed wheat or Quaker Puffed rice or Muffet shredded wheat. Or buy Quaker Pack-O 10 and get 2 free baseball tickets. Names of teams and dates are on every ticket. Hurry to get your free baseball ticket in the special package of Quaker Puffed wheat or rice, Muffet shredded wheat, or Quaker Pack-O 10. Now to continue. Snow began falling as Sergeant Preston and Ed Wright placed the Mounties' body on the sled. Inside of 15 minutes, the snow became a howling blizzard, completely covering the tracks of the men who had murdered Corporal Buckley. After the death of her husband, Mary Wright found it increasingly difficult to make ends meet. Men had to be hired and costly machinery bought before gold could be taken from the tunnel. With barely enough food for herself and Johnny, Mary had no hope of operating the mine. She and Johnny were finishing a light meal in their cabin as the storm raged outside.
Gosh, it's nice to be indoors. I hate to be out in the storm.
Someone has to go out to feed the dog. I wish you'd do it for me tonight, Johnny.
But, Mom...
Take some of the dried fish in the woodshed.
Right.
Oh, son, you're still afraid of dogs. I hoped you'd change.
Mom, I've tried to like dogs. Honest,
Let's talk it over, Johnny, and see if we can't settle it before Uncle Ed gets here. You wouldn't want him to know you're afraid of dogs, would you?
No, but...
All right, then. Now, what is it that makes you afraid?
You remember the time Dad and I went to Dawson, when we lived in Three Pines?
What about it, dear?
Dad and I were traveling at night. There was a moon, but we couldn't see very far. A wolf pack was back off the trail. They attacked 2 men. Dad had to keep firing his gun to drive the wolves away. Those wolves had killed the men, Mom.
Yes, Dad told me about it when you came home.
In the moonlight, those wolves looked just like dogs. I can't help thinking of those men every time I get near a dog.
But there's a big difference between a dog and a wolf. A dog is a friend.
Not to me, he isn't. I don't like dogs.
Wouldn't you like to overcome your fears?
Well, yes, but...
Taking food to the dogs is a good way to start.
All right, Mom. I'll try.
Good for you, Johnny. I'll put the fish in a basket. You just throw it to the dog.
Mary Wright stood by the open door of the woodshed, watching Johnny as he walked toward the dog run. With a strong wind at his back, Johnny felt as if he were being driven toward the thing he feared.
If I just stay there, laying down in the snow, I'll throw the fish at him. I'm going to have to get close.
But the hungry dogs smelled the dried fish. They stood up, anticipating the food they knew was theirs.
Oh, golly. I'm coming.
With each step, Johnny's terror mounted. His heart pounded in his ears, his hands became numb, and his knees shook. The dogs crowded toward him eagerly, but Johnny had stopped in his tracks. He trembled from head to foot. The waiting dogs caught the hated scent of fear and reacted instantly.
Mom! They're coming after me! Mom, they're chasing me! Johnny, they're not chasing
you, darling. You're all right.
They'll kill me! They'll kill me!
Come on in the house, darling.
I tried, Mom. I tried.
There, dear. Don't cry.
Mom, I don't like dogs. I'll never like them.
All right, Sonny.
I don't care if Uncle Ed knows it.
Maybe that's Uncle Ed. Now dry your tears, darling.
I'll open the door, Mom.
Howdy, son.
Hello.
Come on in, boys. Cub West pushed Johnny to one side as he and his men entered the large, cheerful kitchen.
Anyone besides you and the boy here, Mrs. Wright?
No, of course not. How do you know my name?
Put your shoulder packs over in the corner, boys. Make yourselves to home.
You're welcome here if you're looking for shelter till the storm passes.
We're here to stay. Maybe for a couple of days, maybe for a couple of weeks.
You can't stay here.
You heard what Mom said. Get out of here.
Hey, you're a little too flip, boy. Maybe this will teach you a lesson.
Leave my boy alone.
Next time Cub speaks to you, answer respectful, you hear?
Leave him alone, you beast.
Let that be a lesson to him. Next time, I'll hit him harder.
Please go away and leave us alone.
Mrs. Wright, I'll give you the facts. We're dodging the Mounties.
Dodging the Mounties?
Yeah. We need a place to hide. Now, maybe if you know more about us, you'll realize we mean business. That you can't double-cross us and stay alive. We're wanted for robbery and murder.
What, murder?
One of the men we killed was a Mountie.
We shot him this morning. We don't want to do any more killing, Mrs. Wright. But we will if we have to. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
Sarah, you and Slim search the place for weapons.
Right, boss. Come on, Slim.
You're right with you.
What if someone comes here looking for you?
We'll never be taken. We'll fight it out.
But do you know if anyone is following you?
We know Sergeant Preston's on our trail.
Sergeant Preston?
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, nothing. I've heard of him.
Well, the storm's likely wiped out our tracks, but he may have that dog of his with him. If he comes here, he'll have to get all 6 of us. Because if he doesn't, we'll get him.
Meanwhile, Johnny's uncle had found it nearly impossible to withstand the punishment of the stinging wind and blinding snowstorm. A tenderfoot fresh from the States, Ed Wright wasn't used to the hardships of the Yukon. After struggling to keep pace with Sergeant Preston, he had finally asked the Mountie to seek shelter. Preston had snooped snow from a giant drift. Into the icy cavern, he carried the body of Bill Buckland. And then, while King lay at his master's feet and the rest of the team curled up outside, the 2 men waited for the storm to subside.
Sorry, I had to slow you down, Sergeant.
That's all right, Ed. Takes an experienced traveler to make his way through Yukon storms. You'll get used to this weather.
I never thought I'd find the inside of a snowdrift cozy.
When you're caught in open country, a hollowed-out drift makes a fine shelter.
Too bad the snow has covered the tracks of the men who murdered your friend.
At least we know there were tracks of 6 men at the scene of the ambush.
How far would Cub West and his killers have to travel to get out of the territory?
Couple of 100 miles.
Oh, if I'd killed a Mountie, I couldn't get out of the Yukon fast enough.
He might do that.
You don't sound convinced.
Before I left Dawson, I studied the file of information on Cub West.
What'd you find?
I found he's escaped capture all these years by doing the unexpected.
Where are you going?
I think the storm's over. I'll go outside and look around.
How is it?
Still snowing, but the storm's over.
Then we'll be able to go on.
Hey, the trail's covered. Where do we go from here?
Your brother's cabin's due north of here. Come on, King. Let the dogs up, boy. I'll go at the cabin, then King and I'll be on our way.
It was late afternoon. Cub West and his gang had made themselves at home in Mary Wright's cabin. Johnny was bringing in a supply of wood from the shed behind the house when the man named Farrell said,
Cub, come over here to the window.
Yeah, what is it, Phil? Yeah, it looks like someone's coming.
Yeah, 2 men and a dog team.
There's a free lead running ahead of those huskies.
I saw him, boss.
Hey, boys. One of those men is Sergeant Preston. Let me see. Now, when he walks in, all 6 of us will have the drop on him. And the boy here will open the door for him.
You kill him if he comes inside. I won't open the door.
Now, be sensible, Johnny. You wouldn't want to stop a bullet, would you?
They're coming mighty close, boss.
Come here, Johnny.
Cub West and the men with him were trying to watch the Mountie's progress without getting too close to the windows. Johnny left his mother's side and started toward Cub West. But as the boy passed the door leading to the woodshed, he rushed toward him.
Hey, what the...
Johnny snatched the door open and slammed it quickly as he rushed from the house to the outside. He kept close to the house so the outlaws couldn't see him. And as he ran, he shouted,
Help! Help! Cub West gang! Help!
Preston heard the warning. He swung his team to the protection of large boulders that had been placed to form a fence and windbreak around the cabin. The Mountie ducked low and shouted to Ed Wright.
Ed, hit the ground.
But Ed Wright was too slow. The outlaws opened fire from the windows of the cabin. Just then, Johnny, coming from the opposite direction, reached the shelter of the huge boulders. He hurried to Sergeant Preston's side.
Thanks for the warning, son.
They're inside the house, Sergeant Preston. Cub West and his whole gang.
I nearly walked into a trap.
Ed, are you all right?
They hit me.
I'll look at the room.
Still shooting.
Don't worry, they can't hit us as long as we stay behind these boulders.
But they might get out of the house without us seeing them.
King will warn us if they try that.
How bad is the wound, Sergeant?
It's a flesh wound, Ed. I'll do what I can for it. As for you, young fella, I have a spare parka and mittens on my sled. You'd better put them on.
Yes, sir.
A couple of furs are too big for you, but they'll still be warm. Here, son.
Thanks a lot.
Are you Johnny Wright?
Yeah, but how did you know?
Your uncle told me about you.
My uncle?
I'm your uncle, Johnny.
Oh, golly. Mom and I knew you were coming, but we didn't know you'd be coming with Sergeant Preston. Oh, gosh. Mom's still inside with those trunks.
The dirty killer.
Steady, Ed. I have some bandage here. I'll put a dressing on that wound.
Oh, Sergeant Preston, you just gotta get those outlaws. They told Mom and me they already killed one Mountie, and they want to kill you, too.
We'll continue our adventure in just a moment. You should have been at the ball game today. I saw 3 home runs. And guess what? I got one of the home run balls. Fellas and girls, why don't you get a free baseball ticket? It's easy. Come out to the ball game as guest of a major or minor league team. Your free ticket is waiting for you right now inside packages of Quaker Puffed Wheat, Quaker Puffed Rice, Muffet Shredded Wheat, and Quaker Pack-O-10, which has 2 free baseball tickets. Yes, if you are 12 years or younger, just bring Mom or Dad or another paying adult and see wonderful major or minor league baseball games free. Names of teams and dates are on every ticket. Get as many free tickets as you want. No mailing, no waiting. When Mom buys breakfast cereal, just be sure she gets the kind with a free baseball ticket inside. That's Quaker Puffed Wheat and Rice and Muffet Shredded Wheat. You get 2 free baseball tickets inside Quaker Pack-O-10. So don't miss out another day. See the star players wallop those home runs. Now to continue. Inside the Wright cabin, Cub West raged at the turn of events that had upset his plan.
The Mountie's safe behind those boulders out there.
Yeah, but we haven't trapped, Cub.
And he has us trapped. Not only that, but he could go in a straight line from the boulders to the main trail, and we wouldn't be able to see him. The boulders cut off the view of the trail.
But the cinch Preston won't show himself.
Of course he won't.
Well, what do we do, boys?
We'll wait till it's dark. I have a plan, boys, and I guarantee we'll get that Mountie.
Meanwhile, behind the boulders at the side of the cabin, Sergeant Preston had made Ed Wright as comfortable as possible.
How do you feel, Ed?
I'll be all right, Sergeant. Don't worry about me.
Sergeant Preston, Mom's inside the cabin. Those crooks might kill her.
We'll try to get Cub West and his gang before they hurt your mother, Johnny.
Well, how will you do that?
Well, you'll have to go to town and get help.
That's our only chance, Johnny.
Well, I'll run all the way to town.
Well, that isn't necessary. You'll ride my sled.
But I can't handle a dog team.
King will handle the dogs. You tell King where to go. He'll do the rest.
I can't do it. I'll go on foot, Sergeant Preston.
The snow's too deep, Johnny. You couldn't break trail through it. We have to close in on that gang before dark.
That's right, Johnny. It'll be dark in about 3 hours. After it's dark, those crooks might be able to escape.
I can use a gun. I could stay here and Uncle Ed could go.
He's been wounded, Johnny. He can't travel.
Couldn't King go alone? I've heard that he's gone for help before.
Only when he knew where to go. He's never been in this part of the country. He doesn't know anyone in town. Johnny, what's wrong?
Sergeant Preston, I'm afraid of dogs. I try not to be, but I can't help it. Please let me try to go to town on foot.
Here, King. Johnny, this is King.
King knew from Sergeant Preston's manner that Johnny was a friend. But as he stood close to his master, the great dog sensed Johnny's fear. King wanted to be friends with the boy, and he tried to tell him so.
King, this is Johnny. Now, don't be frightened, Johnny. He's just saying hello.
He's coming close to me.
He won't hurt you.
The great dog moved close to the boy and nuzzled the small hand encased in the large mitten.
He acts as if he wants to be friends.
Well, why don't you pet him?
Will he let me do that?
Try it and see.
Golly, he seems to like that.
He must like you, Johnny. He won't let many people do that.
Gosh, Sergeant Preston, I think he does like me.
Now, do you think King is as dangerous to you as those cooks inside the house?
Oh, no.
You're not afraid of King, Johnny. And You're not afraid of any other dog. Not when your mother's life is at stake.
Oh, you're right, Sergeant Preston. I'll go to town.
Good for you, Johnny. I'll help you climb on the sled. All set?
Yes.
Here, King. Johnny, you and King are partners. This dog will lay down his life to help you. He's your friend. He's going to help you save your mother.
I'm not afraid.
Fine, son. Now you give King the orders. Tell him where to go.
I remember how my dad used to drive our team. I'll be able to do it.
Try to bring help before dark. And, Johnny, keep these boulders between you and the house so the outlaws won't see you.
I will. I'm king.
An hour passed, and then another. From time to time, a gun barked as one of the outlaws tried to leave the cabin. Then the gathering darkness made it difficult for Sergeant Preston to watch the house. In the kitchen, Cub West pulled one of Mary Wright's skirts over his own clothing and placed a shawl over his head.
Harold, we go out the front door. With me dressed in this skirt and shawl, the Mountie will hold his fire, because he'll think I'm Mrs. Wright.
That's a slick idea, Cub.
I'll have my gun beneath the shawl. As soon as I get close to Preston, I'll open fire. When the rest of you hear the gunplay, rush him. Now open the door, Pharaoh. Call out to the Mountie.
Right.
Preston, hold your fire. I'm bringing Mrs. Wright out with me.
All right. Keep your hands up and walk slowly.
Let's go, boys.
Light from the open door silhouetted the two figures leaving the cabin. When Ed Wright saw the short, heavy-set figure in the woman's skirt, he called out,
Sergeant Preston is suspect. That's not Mary.
Pharaoh, open fire.
Cub West and Farrell dropped to the ground. Hearing the gunplay, the rest of the gang rushed from the house, firing as they came.
We'll arrest them. Come on, boys.
Boss, listen, someone's coming. Preston must have sent for help.
More than a dozen townsmen joined Sergeant Preston. In the battle that followed, Cub West and his gang of killers were completely outnumbered. Those who hadn't been wounded realized the hopelessness of continuing the fight.
I quit. I give up. Don't shoot. I've had enough. My shoulder, I'm hit. I'm dying.
What about the rest of your gang?
My left arm's busted, Preston. But as long as I can use the other one, I'll get it.
No! You got him, Sergeant Preston!
Oh, both of your arms are broken, Cub. Any of the rest of you want gunplay?
Looks like Cub West and his gang are through, Sergeant Preston.
Thanks to Johnny and King.
Is his mom all right?
There's your answer, Johnny. She's coming from the house right now.
Johnny! Johnny! Where's my ball? Right here, Mom. I'm all right. Oh, thank heaven. Mom, look who's here.
Hello, Mary.
Ed, when did you get here?
He was with Sergeant Preston all the time.
Sergeant Preston, I've disarmed these killers. Now what are you going to do with them?
We'll take them into the house, bandage their wounds, handcuff them, and take them to town. They'll go on trial for robbery and murder.
Sergeant Preston, Cub West told Johnny and me that they'd killed a mountain.
Ed and I found Corporal Buckland's body on the trail this morning.
We should have killed you, too, Preston, when we had the chance.
Come on, you get along. Into the house with you. Get moving now.
Johnny, you saved our lives when you brought help from town.
Gosh, Sergeant Preston, I didn't do anything. King did all the work.
Did you say Johnny brought help?
That's right, Mom. I drove Sergeant Preston's dogs to town.
You mean you handled a dog, too?
I sure did.
Oh, Johnny, I'm so proud of you.
You have reason to be proud, Mrs. Wright. Real courage is needed to do a thing you're afraid to do.
I'll never be afraid of another dog. Why, they're just my good friends.
You've earned a fine reward for yourself, Johnny.
Reward? For what?
For the capture of Cub West and his gang. You'll get about $3,000.
$3,000?
Oh, golly, Mom. That's enough to start operating the mine.
Sergeant Preston, the boys from town have those killers lined up and ready for handcuffs.
That's our job, isn't it, King? Yes, fella, it'll be a real pleasure to jail Buckland's murderers. Then we'll report to the inspector that this case is closed.
We'll return in just a moment with a word about our next exciting adventure. Your musical treat of the day waits for you throughout the week on Mutual. Each Tuesday and Thursday evening, it's time for Eddie Fisher and a session of music as everyone likes it. Young and old delight in Eddie Fisher's way with a song. And he's joined on every show by Fred Robbins as MC, Alex Stordahl's orchestra, and outstanding guest stars. every Saturday, the teenager's favorite, Johnny Desmond, brings Phonorama Time and a roundup of the newest and best in popular recordings. On Sundays, the Enchanted Hour presents favorite music from the world's best-loved composers. Every weekday also means time for Hawaii Calls and authentic melodies of the islands. Music fills Mutual's air throughout the week. Hear the Eddie Fisher Show, Johnny Desmond with Phonorama Time, Enchanted Hour, and Hawaii Calls on Mutual throughout the week over most of these stations.
Sergeant Preston alone must face a tribe of hostile Indians. And worse than the Indians, the renegades who have incited their uprising. For these ruthless men are gambling for $1 million in gold, and their greed may drive them on to murder. Don't miss this next exciting adventure.
These Sergeant Preston of the Yukon adventures are brought to you every Monday through Friday at this time by the Quaker Oats Company, makers of Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice, the delicious cereals shot from guns. By special recording in cooperation with the Mutual Broadcasting System. They are a copyrighted feature of Sergeant Preston of the Yukon Incorporated. Created by George W. Trendle, produced by Trendle Campbell Muir Incorporated, and directed by Fred Flowerday. The part of Sergeant Preston is played by Paul Sutton. This is J. Michael wishing you goodbye, good luck, and good health from Quaker Puffed Wheat and Quaker Puffed Rice. So long. This is Mutual, Radio Network for all America.
"74 years ago, August 12th, 1951, and there you have it. The wonderful episode of The Challenge of the Yukon with Sergeant Preston. Up next, Lum and Abner.
Ladies and gentlemen, last year's traffic death toll was 37,500. A 7% increase over 1950. The National Safety Council believes that the best way to promote safety on the road is for each of us to know and obey traffic laws, to read and heed traffic signs. So be careful. The life you save may be your own.
We close out this episode of Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with another episode of Lum and Abner and more about the baby, and that the baby may be pretty darn rich.
The makers of Alka-Seltzer bring you Lum and Abner. Folks, we received a letter from one of you listeners the other day that made us mighty happy. This listener wrote, "In these dark days, the world needs the wholesome humor which Lum and Abner so abundantly radiate." Well, we hope that all of you listeners find that these regular visits with Lum and Abner help to brighten your day. We also hope that you let Alka-Seltzer help you out, too, when the going seems to get a little tough. When a headache, a touch of acid indigestion, or muscular aches and pains happen along and keep you from doing your best work or spoil your relaxation and fun while you're off the job, we believe you'll find, as have countless thousands of others, that Alka-Seltzer can be depended upon to bring the kind of relief you want. Try Alka-Seltzer just once, won't you? And I'm sure you'll always keep a package of these modern effervescent tablets both at home and at work, so you need never be without the fast relief they offer. Get a package or two of Alka-Seltzer tablets from your druggist right away. The sooner the better. And now, let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, Squire Skimp took it upon himself to send a copy of the coat of arms in the baby's locket to a genealogical research bureau in an effort to learn something about the baby's family. Lum and Abner were a little upset about this because they fear that now the squire will discover that the baby is the heir to a kingdom. However, they are pretty anxious to hear any information that the squire is able to get from the research bureau. As we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store and library. Lum is telephoning. Listen.
It ain't done yet, huh? Well, how soon will it be ready, Caleb? Well, I reckon that'll be all right. Abner, stop whistling while I'm on the phone.
Excuse me.
What was that, Caleb?
Just a little.
Oh, yeah, well, let me know when it's done, and I'll come over and try it on. Yeah, all right, Caleb. Goodbye.
What are you going over to Caleb's and try on, Lum?
Nothing.
Well, what is it?
Oh, just something Caleb's making for me. Something I'll need when we start running the baby's kingdom for him.
Oh, something Caleb's making for you?
Yeah.
Well, all he makes over at that blacksmith shop is horseshoes. You ain't aiming on wearing them, are you?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Is that what they wear in Castro's, horseshoes?
Of course not.
Well, I'm glad they don't. I know I don't want nobody nailing nothing like that on the bottom of my feet.
Well, you can get the silliest ideas of every one human I ever knowed in my life.
Well, what are you having Caleb make you some horseshoes for?
He ain't making me no horseshoes. He's making me a sword.
A sword?
Yes, sir. I figure I ought to be wearing one of them around the castle. I'd like to have one with gold handle, but that costs too much.
Well, here, I better be getting me one of them too, oughtn't I?
No, just the kings and the assistant kings wears them. You're just a duke. Or will be.
Yeah.
Besides, Caleb ain't got enough stuff to make another one out of, no way.
He ain't, huh?
I had to take that old pickaxe we had around the store here over there so's he'd have enough to make my sword out of.
Well, maybe I can find another pickaxe.
No, now, don't bother. If you need a sword any time, I'll let you loan you mine.
Well, I believe I ought to have one of my own, Lum. I know I saw pictures of dukes toting swords.
No, them was kings and knights. They was killing dragoons with them.
Well, I believe I'll call up Grandpappy Spirit and see if he's got old pickaxe around.
No, now, don't go calling Grandpa.
Wait a minute. Ain't that him coming across? No. Squire Skimp.
Squire?
Here, right there.
And he must have got that report from Chicago.
Report?
Yeah, the one from that outfit that looks up insignias and coats of arms and family histories and such as that. Generology or whatever you call it.
Yeah, that's the one he read in for, ain't he?
Yeah, I'm sort of anxious to hear this so we can find out all about the baby and what kingdom he's from. And all.
Yeah, me too.
But I hate for Squire to learn that he's an orphan king.
Well, I do too. That Squire want to get himself in on this kingdom some way. I know him.
Well, all we can do is just face it now.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing about us aiming on going to whatever country it is and helping the baby get the king job back again.
Oh, no, I won't say a word. Reckon Squire's got an old pickaxe.
Abner, forget that now.
Huh?
Find out, here he comes.
Well, gentlemen.
Yeah, howdy, Squire.
Come on back, Squire.
Did you hear from that family history outfit in Chicago?
Yes, I did, Lum. That's what I came over for. The report came in this morning. And I must say it contains some very interesting information. Very interesting indeed.
Well, I figured it would.
Well, I'll admit I was quite amazed, Lum, yes. And I'll tell you, men, if the cards are played properly, I'd say that your young charge, your infant boy, has quite a future ahead of him, yes, indeed.
Yeah, we know that.
Well, exactly what does the report say, Squire?
Yeah, let's get down to brass nails here. What was it?
Yes, I know you're anxious to hear all the details. Let's see now, where did I put that letter? I know I had it with me here. Yes, here we are. The Salisbury Genealogical Institute and Research Bureau, yes.
It's got an impressive name, I'll say that first.
No, yes. Now, Lum, some of this is rather long and involved, so I'll just summarize some parts of it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Do that to it, whatever you said.
Well, now, first of all, they discovered that the coat of arms, I sent them a copy of that one you found the baby's locket.
Yeah, you told us about that.
Well, they discovered that it belongs to an old, well-established family by the name of Worthington.
Worthington?
Yes. The family dates back to the American Revolution. And for the most part, the various generations of this family lived in the New England states, principally in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Yes.
Well, that ain't no foreign country.
Why, no, of course not, Lum. One of the 13 original states, as a matter of fact.
Well, how could the baby be a king,
Abner, hey, chef.
What's that, Abner?
He weren't saying nothing, Squire.
No.
Go on. What else does the report say?
Well, it goes on to list various members of the Worthington family tree, bringing it down to the present day, where we find that the original Worthington strain has practically died out.
Died out, huh?
Yes. It seems that the last members possessing the family name had 2 daughters, but no sons. Little is known about one of the 2 daughters, but the other one moved out west, apparently to regain her health.
Squire, are you sure they sent you the right report?
Oh, yes, indeed, Lum, yes. Let me finish this now. The daughter who went out west settled in the Black Hills region of South Dakota. And there she married a man by the name of, let's see here, L.W. Caterett.
Caterett?
Yes.
Well, I'm mighty not sure they've made a mistake there, Summer Squire.
No, they haven't, Lum. No, they haven't. Now, wait till you hear the rest of this. Mr. Caterett was a gold prospector who had the very good fortune of making a strike, and later became the owner of a very lucrative gold mine.
Gold mine?
Yes.
My grannies. This is getting more interesting. Go on, Squire. Let's hear the rest of it.
Well, it seems that Mr. Caterett died, leaving the mine to his widow, naturally.
Oh, yeah, natural. Well, did she have any young'uns?
Well, no, not by Mr. Caterett, Lum. However, the report states that there was a secret marriage. Mrs. Caterett married a ne'er-do-well rider who disappeared a short time after. Now, this marriage was never made public, but it has since been confirmed by court records.
Oh, what's his name?
Now, let's see now. It's right down there someplace. Yes, here it is right here. Guthrie. Norwood Guthrie. And the last that anyone heard of him, why, he was in Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yes.
Grannies, you don't reckon he was the one that...
Yeah, what's that, Lum?
No, it couldn't have been. Toad on, Squire.
No, let's see now, where were we? Oh, yes, it is. It was rumored that there was a child by this marriage. However, this has not been confirmed.
It ain't?
No.
Does it say about how old a young'un would be if there was such a one?
No, it doesn't, Lum. However, it couldn't be very old since the Guthrie marriage took place just a little over 2 years ago.
Oh, I do not. I wonder.
I know just what you're thinking, Lum. But there's one hitch. Mrs. Caterett herself died about a month and a half ago. And evidently there's some trouble over the ownership of the mine. It seems that the sister has appeared on the scene and put in a claim for it.
She has?
Yes.
Granny's then that feller I talked to on the long-distance phone was right.
What's right?
He told me a mean sister of the baby's mama was trying to get something away from the baby. He never said what.
Well, now, just a minute here, Lum. What fellow is this?
The one in Kansas City that got shot while he was talking to me on the phone.
Oh.
And I know he was, too. He was that Guthrie feller.
That's just about who he was. Just about, Lum.
I recollect now he said he couldn't tell me who he was because it was some kind of a secret.
Yeah.
And he said the baby's mama was dead, and he was trying to help the baby get something back that belonged to him.
Well, that settled it then, Lum. That settled it without a doubt. This baby that you have is Miss Guthrie's child. and the rightful heir to the gold mine.
Why, of course it is.
Yes.
How else would he have that insignia in his locket?
Hey, doggies, how gold mine.
Yes, sir. And we're leaving right tomorrow to get it back for him, too.
Well, now, hold on now, Lump. Just a minute now. You can't do that. See, this aunt evidently has established a fairly strong claim for the mine. And there's also another matter, the matter of proving that the baby is actually Mrs. Gutierrez's child.
Right, that's right, ain't it?
Oh, yes, indeed. I believe it's going to take the help of some very good lawyers to prove that, too, Lum.
Well, huh?
Well, we don't know no lawyers to get.
Well, why don't you let me help you with this? I'm acquainted with several very excellent and highly successful attorneys. And with my connection and influence, I'm sure I can get them to handle the case for you.
Would you do that for us, sure enough, Squire?
Boy, yes, I'll be more than happy to oblige.
Granny's, it's a deal, then. How soon can you get hold of them?
Why, well, I'll go right home, write a special delivery letter right this minute.
Well, good. Send it out right away.
Yes, I'll do that. Well, I better be running along, Ann, and I'll let you know the minute I get an answer back.
Yeah, do that, Squire. So long.
Yeah, so long, gentlemen.
Granny's Abner a gold mine. That's even better than a kingdom, I believe. Them
Why,
kingdoms
sure.
don't last long these days. Ain't much money in them.
Oh, no, that gold mine. Wait a minute, I believe that's our ring, Lump. I'll get it, I'll get
Go
it.
ahead.
Hello, John, I'm down store and library. Abner Peabody doing the talking. Huh? Oh, hello, Caleb. What's that? Oh, just a minute. Lum, Caleb says he's got that pickaxe made into a sword, and he wants to know if you're coming over to look at it.
Tell him no.
Huh?
Tell him to change the sword back to a pickaxe.
Well, we'll have to agree that Lum knew what he was talking about. And we believe you'll agree, once you've tried it, that we know what we're talking about when we say that Alka-Seltzer offers surprisingly fast relief for a touch of acid indigestion, a sour upset stomach, or occasional distress after meals. You see, Alka-Seltzer does more than simply reduce excess gastric acidity. It also helps to relieve that full, stuffy, uncomfortable feeling that's so often a major part of minor stomach upsets. No wonder, then, that Alka-Seltzer is such a favorite. We believe it'll be a favorite of yours, too, once you've experienced the gratifying twofold relief it offers for occasional stomach upsets. Try it, won't you, and see for yourself. Get Alka-Seltzer at any drugstore, by the package or by the glass at the soda fountain.
Yeah, you had to get Squire into the middle of it. It's going to be a bigger mess now. 83 years ago, August 12, 1942, Lum and Abner here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream, and we'll see you tomorrow for variety with the Chase and Sanborn Hour, the Jackie Gleason and Les Tremaine Show, Matinee with Bob and Ray, and more about Lum and Abner and the gold mine. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for more Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.